All right, so here we go. Dr. Chris.
Dr. Rich McGavro.
We're ripping it up.
Ripping it up today.
Yeah, so it's another opportunity to share our insight into how to practice more efficiently. And this video is what we call the million module myth. What's that about?
Yeah, so over the years, if you've joined any type of a coaching program or chiropractic management company, you sign up. Next thing you know, you get a, well, at least in the old days, we get a binder of CDs and pages, photocopied pages of a binder about a foot thick, right?
Oh, yeah, literally.
Literally.
I mean, and I would go to those conferences and we would go through, you know, just, we wouldn't even get to that. I mean, there'd be like, you know, weekend conferences just talking about pieces, fragments, and leading up to using that. But, you know, certainly it's great to get education and information, right? And, and I think it's, when you're starting out, you're grasping at straws. You're looking for answers.
Right.
You know, it's one thing to be good in school, but to get out into practice and be a good chiropractor and a good business person requires a lot of different skill sets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's natural to think that you need all of that information and really kind of in unbelievable volume to substantiate and fulfill that. But I don't think it's necessary. And especially it's a personality, sometimes a personality fit. Would you say that?
Yeah, yeah. And we like to, you don't need to train for days on answering the phone at the front desk.
I literally had a coach where it was, maybe not days, but it could have turned into days of just phone training.
Yeah.
If you're lacking in an ability to communicate to the degree that you need that kind of training,
you got a problem.
Then it's going to be a major league problem in practice. Then I think if that's the case, you need to spend a lot of your downtime learning communication skills.
Yeah.
And it's okay because it's not okay in practice. But the good news is you can fix that.
Yes.
But you know, I don't think that's unique to just the chiropractic coaching thing. I think that in any kind of business, it's important to learn good communication skills with people, whether in person or on the phone. But certainly, it's that shouldn't be a hang-up, and it shouldn't be the thing that you allow to limit you in practice. That should be something that you can learn quickly and get over the hump and move on.
Yep.
And you know, you had brought up something, we talked about that, right? And how funny it is when you call. What are the recommendations that the coaches have?
Yeah. When the front desk person answers the phone and as a new patient's calling the office, they're trained to say, okay, Mary, is this appointment for you or is it for your whole family? You can imagine the person on the other end of the phone saying, well, what are you talking about? You know, it makes no sense. It didn't resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with her.
So, the thought is that it plants the seed that this is a different model.
Yeah.
This is a different paradigm, a whole different planet. And it can, I think, it can alienate the person. You know, we did some stuff like that really I never felt comfortable with. And I would often, almost it was like their response, their hesitation, and then every communication thereafter was almost palpably skewed. There was a little bit of a disconnect, and they weren't sure at that point they were in the right place. It's very hard to get somebody to go from zero understanding of what you do to any understanding of what you do after you say to them, you know, basically in the subtext, right? I know you don't know anything probably about chiropractic because what's it, 7% of the population maybe sees a chiropractor on a regular basis. It's terribly low, if that. So they don't know anything, and then you're going to say that to them. It's so pretentious.
Yeah.
And I think it's borderline obnoxious. I completely disagree with it. I think it's bad communication. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, same here.
Just you know, treat people the way you want to be treated. If that comes out of your mouth and you think it makes sense, don't listen to me anymore.
Right.
I think it's just, you know, that's just a no-brainer. But so let's move on. So train on the big stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
There's you can train on minutia.
Yep.
For forever.
Forever.
But in practice, in reality, there aren't that many big things.
Yeah.
And get the big, you know, you ever seen that thing where they put some big rocks in a thing, and then they
Is it full?
Yeah, and then you can add the smaller
Yeah.
things, and then the grains of sand ultimately, and fill it up. Work on the big rocks, get those things solid, and it's not difficult. There's only a few main things that we need to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, you'll fulfill the container, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
You'll fulfill what needs to occur
Yep.
in mass more quickly.
Right.
Focusing on the big things that you're consistently good at.
Yep.
And again, focus on your strengths.
Yeah.
Like don't focus on your weaknesses. I mean, you could sit there and be paralyzed.
Yeah.
Focus on what you know is the truth.
Yeah.
Focus on your strengths, and then when you're not with patients, you're working on the downtime. You're working on your weaknesses. But I think focusing more on your strengths and trusting in that, focusing on the big things, and like a dead giveaway. If the phone skills aren't there, for example, just to go back to that, and you see a trend of, okay, the patient calls, they schedule an appointment, and then the day of the appointment they don't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm not a genius,
Yeah.
but I think it's probable that something didn't go right there.
Yeah.
So then we can talk about that kind of stuff, and it's usually very easy, and it's maybe an oversight, but I can't even imagine that lasting very long. That shouldn't happen.
Right. And in trying to follow scripts, scripts are important to some degree, in my opinion. But to try to get verbatim scripting for everything you do in the office is so unnatural to me.
Yeah, I like a guideline. I like an outline.
Right.
So we have that as one of the procedures.
Yep.
So just simply have a guide. Whether it's fielding the prospective new patient phone call.
Yep.
It should make sense. It should have order, and it should cover what needs to be covered
Yep.
in order to make that experience a good experience for the person calling. That's very simple.
Correct.
And if you feel like you need the word for word script, then fantastic. There are people out there that provide that stuff.
Yeah.
And I could even provide it if you needed it. But that's But that's one of those things that I think that the million module thing is the training is that it almost justifies their existence as a coach.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's all bad. I'm just saying that for a lot of people, it's more than you need. You don't necessarily need that for liftoff and for success.
Right.
And in fact, you might find that a lot of it isn't even congruent with your own vision.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing is just make sure that if you're getting a script that it makes sense to you, and maybe you have to tweak that a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is good to have order.
Yeah. 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 So wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
Eliminate excuses.
Yeah. Just stop stopping yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Right. Just do it.
Nike had it right. That's the best slogan of all time. Just do it. It eliminates anxiety. It eliminates fear.
Yeah.
All the doubt and uncertainty. Just know that it's okay to make a mistake.
Yep.
Just,
I don't make any mistakes anymore.
No, of course not.
Don't talk to my wife about that one.
Right.
But,
I think it's all good. Just get out there and do it. Be proud of who you are, and be proud that you're a chiropractor. That you have a unique service to offer. And then as far as scripting and things like that goes, you can get outlines. We can always provide insight and even give you the framework of exactly how we do it and how it works. But just in general, realize that you don't need this whole million module series to get going and to be successful. It's good to learn some of the big points and then trust in yourself.
Trust in yourself.
Okay.
Key.
That's it.
Key. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, turn on your notifications, and until next time, rip it up.